Hey guys, so I just recorded a discussion video with Truth talking about this new category, the Rikisen Hunto category. That's how you say that in Japanese. I translated it to be all out. There's a few different ways you can interpret this phrase here, and unfortunately in the video that I recorded, the first half of the video, the audio got screwed up. I think the settings of my mic just like changed when I wasn't aware. So it just got super loud. I'm not gonna submit you guys to that torture. So I'm gonna re-record this portion of the video, and we're gonna pick up with the portion that I already recorded halfway through. But I wanted to take this opportunity to just again explain my reasoning behind the way I translated this phrase here. So this is what we call a kanji compound. Now each of these characters are a individual kanji character, and they all have their own meanings. That's how Japanese works. And since there's 4 kanji here, they each have their own meaning. They're basically 4 different meanings coming together to create a word. Now, this is called a jukugo in Japanese, which is right here. I have this pulled up. This is a dictionary, a Japanese dictionary that I use a lot if I don't know what something means. Now, this is a pair, set of combination of kanji. Basically, it's an idiomatic phrase, is what this is. And since there's 4 characters here, we call that a yoji jukugo. Yo means 4, ji is character, so 4 character, basically kanji phrase. And the way that I looked at this word specifically was I took the first 2 kanji and the last 2 kanji, and that's when I sort of combined those 2 meanings together to make all out. Now, I'm not a professional translator. I don't do that for a living. I just know the language, and the way that I think about Japanese as opposed to English is I don't take the Japanese words and I'm like, okay, this word means this in English and that's what this word is. I sort of have the Japanese word as its own meaning, and that's what the word is sort of like in its own bucket, whereas opposed to English, it's like maybe if you're just learning the language, you can be like inu means dog, and you're just like, okay, inu. When you say the word inu, you're like, okay, that's dog. But at the level where you get to a certain point in learning the language where you're like, okay, yeah, this is its own meaning, and it doesn't necessarily translate exactly to something else in English. And that's why you get to these, kanji compound words, and it's very difficult to actually translate these directly into English. So you sort of have to be a little bit abstract with it and create your own meanings for these. So the first 2 characters are the rikisen, means hard fighting. That's sort of what this website translates this to mean. The first word's power, the first character is power, the second character is fight. So hard fighting, I guess, is what this is supposed to mean here. And then the second compound is hunto. So they put this as like a strenuous thing, a struggle, exert oneself, make strenuous efforts. That's how they sort of break that compound down. So when you combine both of these compounds together, you get a hard fighting, like struggle or strenuous thing. So that's sort of how I got this all out meaning to this word. So you guys can decide for yourself whether or not you think that's a good translation. I don't think it's bad. You can maybe say this is like, I don't know, a strenuous fight. That could be one way you interpret it. I think all out is kind of similar. It's short, it's easy to remember. That's why I made it that way. So with that being said, let's go into the part of the video where this got messed up, and we can resume from there.
See, here's the thing too. Like, I don't like. Are we gonna in GT specifically, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku? All those fights, right? Like, okay, so the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Who he very well may easy 8 in this celebration. We're gonna find out like 12 hours from now who the 120% lead is. It's 1 of 10, so it's who knows, right? But Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he basically did the ultra full power thing against Baby. Like, and then against every version of Super Saiyan 4 Goku, like all those fights in GT are like long, drag out, knockdown brawls that Super Saiyan 4 Goku has against Grade 8 Baby, Super 17, and Omega. So like, I think every version of Super Saiyan 4 Goku from GT should be on there. Because,
yeah,
like,
I mean, I can see that.
Like, the fight against Grade 8 Baby is like 5 episodes long or something like that, and like Goku is like a bloody pulp at one point, even at Super Saiyan 4. Like, we could just go through so many different characters that it just makes no sense whatsoever that they're not on here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of good ones, like Master Roshi is good. We
yes,
have
the Mafuba.
yeah.
Wait. Where's AGL Trunks and mine?
Yeah, they're not on here. I mean, Tien and Golden and Goku and Frieza are finally on a category together. That's good.
Yeah, so that like I did see people say like I saw that and I didn't care anymore.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one right there. I mean, Goku Kaioken from the Saiyan Saga obviously deserves to be on. He was literally like about to die.
Yep.
Future Gohan's pretty obvious. This
Yes.
Angel Vegeta versus Kid Buu obviously should be on here as well. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Cell fight. I mean, he's on every single category. I mean, like I even made a comment. Like I just posted the picture of him because he's on every category. He's the first unit to be on 13 categories. By the way, there's not even another unit with 12.
Oh my god! Wait. Okay, the worst omission. The single worst one is Kid Goku against Demon King Piccolo. That might be the worst one, right?
Yeah, it's. I think it's gonna be either that or AGL Blue Kaioken Goku. I think it's pretty close.
I guess because with Blue Kaioken Goku, at least like the same character is also on there, and it's just like it's like the same circumstances basically. Like I don't know. Like if anything, again, it was more dangerous when he did it in the Universe 6 tournament because he didn't know what was going to happen. Against Jiren, he had practiced it. He knew how to do it.
Yeah, by the time the Tournament of Power rolled around, he was doing it like every other fight. He was doing the Kaioken like every 10 seconds. And that
he did it against Bergamo, like
yeah, he did it in like the pre-tournament fight against Bergamo, when it was like I don't know, just like proving that he could do it like whenever he wanted to. Future Gohan, obviously you talked about that, and then Kaioken or the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then Majin Vegeta I think is good. Obviously he literally sacrificed his life, so that makes sense.
Okay, that specifically Final Explosion Majin Vegeta, that was going to be a thing. So hopefully there's going to be no consistency, but like for me, like I know a lot of people talk about like Friendship and stuff like that. Like these categories just drive me nuts. Like I need these are what need to be fixed, right? Like it's just so stupid. Like what makes them put Super Saiyan 2 Gohan on there? I don't understand. Like maybe the Kamehameha clash against Cell, sure, but then even then Goku is saying, Gohan, you can beat him. You are not using all of your power. Use your power. He's still like it's like, yeah, he's definitely, it's a super big struggle, but like I don't know, like should Gohan be on there? Like I'm okay if none of the Super Saiyan 2 Gohans are on there. Yeah,
I mean, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. It seems like they make exceptions for this specific LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. The Super Saiyan 1 really Gohan that goes into Super Saiyan 2. And by the way, it's funny that they named this category like All Out or whatever, and this Gohan can't go all out because he can't transform on this category. So that's funny. But yeah, is
there an Android 16 that blows up? Does the LR blow up? I can't even remember.
Yeah, he does. The physical androids one. Yeah, he for the 18 key super attack he blows up, and he loses health. So why
they don't count that?
I guess not. I don't. I have no idea. I mean, Strength Cell could be on here too if that was the case, because he does blow up in his 11 key super attack, right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think the Cell that fights Super Saiyan 2 Gohan should be on here. Full Power Frieza? Why is Full Power Frieza not on here?
Yeah, he should be on there for sure. Yeah. The same reason why he's not on Exploding Rage, right? He's just not angry enough. I guess he's not struggling enough, right? He's very easily beating Super Saiyan Goku in their fight. It's like not even close. He's just raffle stomping Goku, right?
What pisses me off too is that Dokkan, like when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, like they're following the manga, right? Like the manga is what they're not from the anime. In the manga, Goku beats the dog shit out of Frieza. It's the anime that makes it kind of close, right?
Yeah, and also, yeah, I was about to make that point too. So Dokkan follows the manga, not the anime, for Dragon Ball Z, because specifically with Kid Goku's active skill, the word that he uses for fist, there's two ways to say it, and the manga has one way, and then the anime he says the other way. The active skill for Kid Goku uses the manga way. So that's like proof, concrete proof that they go by the manga rather than the anime. Yeah,
plus I know they have a lot of manga poses, like Buhan's TUR art, I believe, is a pose he does in the manga, but he doesn't do in the anime, for example.
Yeah, the one with the ghosts behind him or whatever.
Yeah, like he's kind of like
or in front of him.
His
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
like,
the gang sign. Boo. Yeah.
yeah, gang sign. Boo. Yeah. Like, all of those like villains. Like I almost, the way I think of this category is it's like characters that are up against an opponent that they can't beat, so they're like doing everything to try and overcome that wall. That's what it feels like a lot of this stuff should be. So like again, like Buhan, Cell, Full Power Frieza, right? Like that's why Goku and Vegeta would be on here, because like they can't beat Jiren. Like like that's
Grade 8 Vegeta should be on here too, because he goes like how many times does he almost like die? He just like
I said that, yeah. Goku, Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta, all of them from that fight should be on here, because none of them can even like walk after the end.
Yeah, that was like the most brutal fight probably in the history of the show. Honestly,
where's Mid Junior and Goku from the tournament?
I mean, I don't know. We need better cards of them.
At the end of the fight, neither of them could move. Both Goku and Piccolo both actually could not move at all. Like Goku, when he did the final blow, he was just stuck. He couldn't move.
Yep. He just flew down, hit him, and that was it.
Yep.
But yeah, I actually don't know why. Like, for me, the Kid Goku thing's pretty bad, but for me, it's like STR Blue Kaioken Goku's on here. Like, where's AGL? I have no idea. And then they put the Universe 6 Namekians on here. It's like, okay, because yeah, you're right. There's literally not a single villain on this entire category.
Yeah.
I don't. Because this name of this category doesn't specifically refer to like good guys or heroes or anything like that. It just means like, oh, you put up a good fight and you like tried your heart out. You literally fought to the best of your ability. That's literally what this category is. Like, are you telling me that like Buhan didn't fight to the best of his ability? Like he was holding back against Super Vegito? I don't think so.
Yeah, no way.
I don't know.
What? Okay, so Nail not being on here is criminal as well, because like they put other Namekians on here. Nail, by the way, has 2 categories. That's it: Namekian and Planet Namek Saga.
In a sense, this is sort of similar to Last Resort for me. Are the Universe 6 Namekians on Last Resort? I think they might be, right? Are they?
I think they are. Let me pull it up. It'll take
because
me a second.
The only way I could see them actually fitting on this category is that the only reason is because they actually like went and absorbed all the other Namekians, and they're like, all right, well, this is our full power like this is we're going all out. This is the best of our abilities. We're fighting you now. That's the only reason why I could see them being on here.
They are not on Last Resort.
Okay, so like what is the difference between them being on this category and then them not being on Last Resort? There has to be some kind of like reasoning that they put them on here and not on that category, right? I mean, I don't understand.
And Last Resort too. That's the thing that you could almost like you could add like what is it, like trump card or something like that, like last trump card.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I just like Nail, like, because like they don't even like. They're not even like putting an effort to help units that need categories, right? Like, we can't put Nail in here who has 2 categories. Like, we can't like slide Omega in here, right? Who has like 2 categories. Like, I mean,
Janemba.
Yeah, Omega was destroying them all besides when Gogeta was there, right? But like Omega wasn't trying hard against Gogeta. Like, it wasn't strenuous for him then. Like, I don't know. Like, he wasn't doing everything he could against Gogeta, who was invincible. Like, I think he was.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, again, I think the main problem is like just by looking at the name of the category, you can't say for sure like, oh yeah, this guy's going to be on here or this guy's going to be on here. Whereas when you look at old categories like I don't know, like Majin Buu Saga, you're like, okay, yeah, this guy's gonna be on here because he was in the Majin Buu Saga. It's pretty obvious. Yeah. Like Shadow Dragon, all the Saga categories. Maybe you look at Peppy Gals, like you're like 99% sure he's gonna be on there. And then we get to like the past like 6, 7, 8 months of these categories, and they all started to become super subjective, and the naming is just like very weird. Like you never can tell for 100% like who's gonna be on here. So I think that's what makes people disappointed, because they're like, oh, like this is gonna be such a good category. Like my favorite character is gonna be on here. Like, what if your favorite character was AGL, like for some reason you really like the Universe 6 for 7 tournament arc, and you're like, okay, yeah, AGL Blue Kaioken Goku, he's my favorite unit in the game. I'm excited he's finally going to get this other category, and then you open the category list and he's just not on here. Like, it's just, there's no reason why he shouldn't be on here. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah, they actually have every other Kaioken Goku is on there, except for him.
Yep. I don't know why. I don't know. Anything else you want to add before we wrap this up? Because I think we pretty much have.
Yeah, it's just another horrible category where they just weren't, like, they're not putting in full effort. Like, it's like, I would maybe understand a bit more if, like, they were worried about balancing, like, PvP and stuff like that. Like, unless they're coming out in, like, a month or something, they're like, all right, PvP, we've been working on it. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, there's just no other rhyme or reason whatsoever to why these are so, like, weird like this. Because who cares about like, oh no, this category is so strong. Like, you guys can choose what you want the leader skill buffs to be, right? Like, they gave it 150%. Like, they could have given the proper characters on these proper categories. Like, I love the category meta if they just followed the rule. Like, if they use, like, a description like this, just do what it says. Like, revenge, characters wanting revenge, taking revenge, boom. It's very simple. Like, don't do all this, like, unnecessary garbage that they're sort of doing here. It's terrible. And then, like, if we really need to do shit like this, like, let's get stuff like Frieza Force out first. Like a category that would be good and would be interesting, because you're taking, you know, like, Frieza, Golden Frieza, you're getting Dragon Ball Super Broly, you got, like, the Saiyans from the Saiyan Saga, you know, and then, like, that would allow, like, Zarbon and Dodoria to get new cards. Like, that's something they should do, not signature pose and shit like that, right?
Yeah, and then I don't buy the whole you know, balance argument, just for the reason where you look at, like, something like Realm of Gods. Realm of Gods has a 170% leader skill, and I'm going to tell you right now, this category doesn't even come close to comparing to Realm of Gods. So
no, I mean, because Realm of Gods has the 4 best units in the game. They got UI Goku, both blue fusions, and then Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah, so how are you going to possibly make that argument where it's like, oh yeah, we made this category 150%, and we excluded some powerful units off of here because of the fact that we wanted it to be more balanced? It's like, okay, well, how about when you release Physical Beerus and he has, like, the best leader skill in the game now? Like, what's your argument against that? Like, they would literally have nothing to say about that. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's the mystery continues, I guess, of the categories in this game, because they just, I have no explanation for why they keep doing this. Because
have you seen the Japanese players, like, really complaining about this continually, or are they just sort of like whatever? Like,
I've seen some people today specifically talking about this one. They were pretty upset about it. Like, I saw one guy specifically mentioning like, oh, we don't need this category, update the friend system, and I'm like, yes, please. But yeah, again, let us know down below if you guys agree, disagree. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some people who are like, well, you know, this category looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, but just include more units. Like, why not?
It's like getting, like, Buhan and Cell and Frieza, like, those types of characters, more categories is not a bad thing. Like, we have enough, like, full Saiyan categories, basically. We're okay, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, the fact that they just didn't include any villains it's like so indicative of the bias that this game has against villain characters. It's just so obvious.
Yep.
All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, let us know down below what you think of this category. I'm sure a lot of people probably don't like it either, because I saw a lot of negative comments around this category on Twitter, but I will see you guys all in the next one.